No, we can come in, just so you're not bumping right up against each other, okay? All right, so everybody just take a nice big natural breath. Yeah, and exhale. Let's do 3, ready? Inhale. And inhale. And exhale. Okay? And then let's just do some easy arms. Not violent, don't whack into the person next to you. And as you're swinging your arms, stand up straight, bend your knees a little bit, put your feet flat on the floor. You want to have about the same weight on your toes as you do on your heel, about the same weight on the inside of your foot as you do on the outside of your foot, and you want no tension whatsoever in your back or in your arms or in your hands, that they're just strings attached to the ends of your shoulders, okay? Now gently, just let your hands flop against your body, but I want you to keep breathing. And as you inhale, I want you to see energy coming up from the floor. And as you exhale, I want to see energy coming down from the heaven toward the floor. So when I inhale, up through my roots, through the core of my body, off the top of my head, and as I exhale, down through the top of my head, down through the core of my body, down through my roots to the floor, okay? And then keep swinging, I want to see motion. And then as you'll notice here very, very quick, once we've done about 15 or 20 of these, really pay attention to your spine. Let your spine open up and just let carry you around further. Look over your shoulder. Okay, if you lose your balance, just find your balance and get going again. Okay? As you turn to the left, look over the left shoulder. As you turn to the right, look over the right shoulder. Now let your arms flop, and they should be coming up around your kidneys. Inhale and exhale. Now I want to hear a little impact as your hands flop against your body at the end of the turn. Okay, all right, come to rest, shake your hands. Shake your hands. Shake your hands, all right. Nice, easy. Turn your feet parallel to the front. Feet are under your hips and shoulders. Tilt your pelvis forward. Take a big breath as you raise your arms up. And as you exhale, go to the back. Now, as you come down, brush your sides with your hands. Inhale up. Look up. And exhale down. Look down. Brush. Inhale up. And exhale down. But still relax. Inhale up. And exhale. All right, so far so good. All right. Shoulder circles, just loosen them up. Go to the back. And forward. And nice, easy, roll your head around. Let your head roll. And go the other way. Put your hands on your hips and just some nice, easy hip circles. Keep your legs straight. Don't move your head. Watch this. As you do these circles, pretend like your head is locked in a vise, so that motion is centered in your pelvis. Don't move your head at all. See, not like this. Okay, that's waist still, head moving. What I want is head still, and only the pelvis and hips are moving, legs are straight. Okay, so when the hips go to the back, you lock your legs out. When they come to the front, push your belly out. Okay, now go the other way. Don't strain, but just nice and easy. 2 or 3 times, that's all we have to do. Now bring your feet together so the heels and toes are touching and your knees are touching. Squat, so you can put your hands on your knees like this, and then do some nice easy circles. Dip into the circles here. What we're doing is we're opening the daimo, the belt channels. Go the other way. Good. Everyone take a nice deep breath. Shake. Okay, now feet parallel, outside edges are square. Now look, if your feet are turned like this, that's not it. turn your feet. It almost, sometimes if you're not used to standing like this, like in Tadasana, when you square the outside edge of your feet, it almost feels like you're a little pigeon-toed, but you're really not. That's just square. Your feet are under your hips, okay? Now what I want you to do is put your hands out in front, and now look at my arms. My forearms are parallel with the floor. Not up like this, and not down. Just in front, and the elbows are, kind of flex your elbows in and out a little bit. Find that kind of groovy place where the elbows are happy, okay? And now inhale, and as you do that, start doing some nice circles. Keep your fingers relaxed, but reach around the corners. And let's do 5 circles this way. And keep your forearms flat. Drop those hands down. Don't raise your arms up and down. Make a smaller circle if you have to, but don't raise your forearms up and down. Now go the other way. So far, so good. Now, in Tantra and Rishi Yogi both, one of the ways that you channel energy is with what are called mudra, or different hand positions, all right? So for example, a fist is a mudra, and an open hand is a mudra, okay? So those are 2 of the most basic mudras, right? But most people don't understand their potential for energy. When you make a fist, the circuit in the microcosmic orbit is closed, and you're returning energy into the system. When you have soft open hands, the circuit is open, and the emphasis is on the extension of the energy or chi, okay? So first, let me show you how to make a fist. Hold your hands up like this, and we're going to do the returning mudra. All right, first joint, bring your ends of your fingers in until you can try and make them touch without moving any other part of your hand, okay? Second joint, roll that over and tuck it in and squeeze a little bit so you feel the pressure as your fingertips go in your hand without moving any other part of your hand, okay? Now, take your thumb and tuck it square across the front edge, like so. So far, so good? Now, your hand's not closed for some reason. Can you close your hand? Right? Okay. And then bring that thumb across, and then without squeezing, it's just holding it there, drop it down in front of you like so. Okay? So our arms are parallel, and let's do some circles with the wrist here. Don't let your arms move, just the wrist. Let's go 5 times in. And now I see some of you doing this. You're kind of going, okay? What I want you to do is just focus as if your arms and your forearms were one piece, and the fist is something just sticking off the end of it. So there should be no motion in your arm if you can. Now go the other way. So we go both ways. Good. Shake your hands. Just shake. Now shake hard enough that the fingers flap a little bit. Not violent, just hard enough that the fingers flat, okay? Now hold your hands out in front, open, and let's do more circles here with the open hand. Now as the fingers come around, tuck them in and point them back to you. Let's keep them there as long as you can. When they get to the bottom here, little finger starts first, but reach out with your fingertips to complete the circle as you bring your hands back around to this position, and then they'll turn in. Okay, let's do several of those. So we're reaching around the circle. Try not to move your arm. Keep your forearms pointed straight ahead, not out to the side. Go the other way. And give a little shake. Little shake. Okay, first position. Bring your left hand. We're going to go, as a general rule, you go weak hand first, strong hand second, just as a general rule. Always have a slight bend in your knees, and always have a slight forward tilt in your pelvis. Okay, so make sure everybody does that. I don't want to see anybody stand like this. Okay, it's pelvis forward, knees are slightly bent, the weight is even on both feet, not more on one foot than the other, not front, not back, not inside, not outside. Now, take the left hand, hold it up in front of your face. All right? First instruction, then we do the technique. Take your right thumb and put it below the line of the knuckles, but between the outside 2 finger bones. Okay, in the tapping, we call this point the 9-gamut point. Okay, now reach around with your fingers to the base of the thumb. Keep your elbows off your body. Take a nice big breath, And as you exhale, just simply draw a line with the inside little finger down the center of your body until your hands lock. Keep them off your body. Don't touch your body. Okay? They'll just go however far it goes. Keep your elbows away from your body. Now, take a nice big breath. And as you exhale, don't push down, just let your hands sink as you exhale. Okay, now also notice my thumb is not bent. There's no kink or bend in my thumb. You cannot turn it like this. It has to be like that. Okay? Now, inhale and draw out. Turn out. Good. Sink. Right hand. Now the left thumb below the line of the knuckles, halfway between the outer two finger bones. That's where the pressure point is. Reach around to the base of the thumb. Okay? Elbows are slightly away from the body. Take a big breath and draw a line down the center of your body. All right? When you get to the bottom, wherever that's at, don't push, don't strain, and don't touch your body. Okay? It'll short circuit. Now, take a nice big breath. And as you exhale, sink into the posture. Okay, nice. And as you inhale again, draw the line up and out, and hands down, and let the tension run off your hands. Okay, great. Now bring the left hand over and hold the forearm parallel to the floor. Reach the right arm over, and with the first two fingers making like an O-ring, like a C, reach around the wrist. Fingers are parallel with the wrist. Now look, see how my hands are lined up? Okay, so it's not like this, not like this. They're here, here, here. Go ahead, pop, let me see. Make sure you're touching the forearms. Now if they're over here, that's not it. They gotta be perfectly lined up with your arm. Okay, good. Keep your shoulders down, but your elbows are up. Take a nice big breath. Watch your legs, feet straight ahead, knees bent. And as you exhale, gradually just let your elbows sink, compressing your wrist, compressing your fingers in a horseshoe. All right? Arms are off your body. Take a nice big breath. Now also in this position, notice my forearms are projected off my body about 45 degrees. Okay, look, not like this, down and out. Okay? Now take a nice big breath. Let's do one more. And visualize the inside corners of your elbows coming together and touching with no resistance. Now, it's not going to happen, but it's a nice visualization. Now, inhale, elbows come up. Now watch this, rotate. And now the opposite hand's on top. Now the right hand's on the bottom. Fingers are lined up with the forearm. Big breath, inhale. And exhale as you bring your elbows down. And the elbows come together. Now take another nice breath. Push your belly out. And exhale and visualize the points of your elbows coming together. Now no fingers should be sticking out. Okay? No fingers should be sticking out. They're all tucked up under the forearm. Okay? Now inhale, bring it up and out. And exhale. And just release the tension and just let them sink off of your hands. All right? Just a little quick review. Okay? First was here, okay, then was here, and then was here, and then was here. Okay, that's where we're at so far. All right, next position. All right, hold your left hand up like a warding sign, like a warding sign. Don't have your thumb down, let it be close to the other fingers. All right, now make an X with your right hand on the back of that. Okay, elbow is down on the right hand. See how I make a box? You see the box? Okay, now let your fingers fold. Now this has two parts. The first part is called break the wrist. And what that means, no, don't push your hand forward, bring your wrist back. Okay, bring the wrist back. No, do not push your hand forward, bring the wrist back. It's different, okay? Takes a little practice. Now, if the fingers will be forward if you're doing it right. See how my little fingers are poking forward? The second part, that's part A, to getting in position, I'm not there yet, is what I'm going to do when I exhale, when I take my breath, is I'm actually going to roll back on the top hand while I drop my elbow in and down toward the center line until it locks. All right, here we go. Ready? Inhale, and break back and drop. It's very subtle. Don't let your hand leave that flat place. Push in till it locks. Take a nice big breath. And exhale and let it go a little further. Inhale up and shift. Make the X. Roll the fingers over. Now practice that little break. Bring the wrist back to you. Bring the wrist back to you. That's the first part. Second part is turn up on the hand while you drop down and in with the elbow. All right, ready? Big breath. And exhale till it locks. Till it locks. Do you feel the lock? Okay, hold it. Another breath. 1. Exhale, sink into it. Inhale, up and release, and just passively let the energy slide off of your hands. All right, little review. Position number 1. Position number 2. Cross. Position number 3. Okay, position number 4. Tonsil, turn out. Now I want the elbow as tight to the front or center of your body as you can comfortably get, and my arm is bent at about a 45-degree angle. You see this? By the way, these are all mudras. These are all sacred hand positions. All right, now from here, start with the right hand inside the elbow, okay? And what I'm going to do is when I exhale, I'm going to brush the energy up to my fingertips. When I get all the way up on my fingertips, I'm literally going to grab them, and then I'm going to pull them in and back. And if my elbow's in the right place, and if my angle is up correctly, there'll be a place where it just locks, okay? But the pressure when you pull your hand should pull your elbow into your body, okay? Ready? All right, inhale, and exhale. Pull in till it locks. Hold it, take another breath, and exhale. Inhale and release. Okay? Now, if you can, like look, if you change the angle so you can see where my elbow is, and also look at this. The knees are bent, the pelvis is forward. Never come out of that stance. It's very important. You know you're doing it right if your feet are under your shoulders, the heels are slightly turned out to make them square, because at some point in this exercise you should start to experience this. If your leg at some point doesn't start to want to do a little happy dance, you're not there yet, okay? You're in a nut, you're not quite in the posture, all right? Now, let's do the second side. Inhale, and exhale. Now inhale. Now don't let it get too low. Don't drop it down. It's got to be up. To pull up and in. And actually, I'm pulling the ends of my fingers on a straight line into my heart. Okay? One more breath, please. And exhale. All right? Inhale and out. And exhale and sink. Okay, little review. 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, so good. Pretty good, huh? All right. Now from here, this one might be a little more difficult. Okay, we call this snake. All right. Now, watch this. First starts with the left hand turned out and the elbow kind of flexed. Roll it in to the palm up position, and then as you do that, the right arm is turned out. Bring them together like this. Makes it kind of an X. Okay, so far so good. The bottom hand folds up and over until it makes a tabletop. And then the front hand folds back until you can grab the whole thing. All right, good. So far so good. All right, relax your shoulders. Don't try to strain. Please be careful of your shoulder, okay? Inhale. And keep your center elbow stable as you pull out and down with the inside hand. Doesn't matter how far you go, it's all about the pressure. Inhale. And a little further, sink into it, don't force it. Inhale, ease off, unwind up like a bird. And as you exhale, this hand comes up, this hand comes under, this hand comes over, this hand comes back. Big breath. One more time if I do it slow. All right, so I release like the bird. This is called Garuda. Okay, Garuda, and then it comes up into right arm, comes up, okay? Then the left hand, which is turned out, comes elbow to elbow. That's the first part, right here. And then the bottom hand continues to wrap to make a table. Once this is flat, the front hand folds back into the table. Now this is not it, okay? This is just the beginning. From this point, visualizing my front elbow as a pivot point, when I exhale, I pivot and I pull my hand down to the right and lay it over without leaning as far as I can. That's right. Yes, no, opposite way, that way. All right, inhale and exhale, sink into the position. Inhale, relax and release your shoulders. Keep your stance good. All right, inhale, slowly unwind. Left hand slides up on the hip, on the back of the hip. Okay, it's behind you, but not so far that when I pull on it, it's not going to slip forward, but not so far back that there's no leverage. Okay, I'm essentially going to take this point on my arm, and I'm going to put it on the posterior, the highest part of the posterior pelvis, right? So I'll put that point right there. Everybody do that. Then I'm going to reach around and cup under my elbow, and then as I exhale, actually it's too far back. It's got to be all the way out on the outside edge of the head. All the way out. See this big space? Keep going. It's just not quite that far, but almost. All right, big breath. And as you exhale, don't turn your body. Just nice and easy, start pulling that elbow forward until it locks. Inhale. Exhale. Sink in a little more. Release your shoulder. All right, now when I say on the next breath, inhale, let go easy and let the elbow go to the back. Change sides. And bring the other hand around. All right, so cupping on the elbow. Big breath in. And exhale. Go under. Under. All right, big breath in. And pull that elbow. Now, if you didn't have any restriction in your shoulders, like I do, for example, the lamas, when they do this, they have both elbows inverted, pointing straight forward, and some even put their elbows together, but I can't do that. I'm sorry. All right. One more breath. Inhale. Don't turn. There's an inclination to want to turn into it. Try to resist that. Where's your stance? Pelvis up. All right. Inhale and let it go. Good. Inhale and left arm comes up. Now raise it up. Extend the fingers. Extend the fingers. Extend the fingers till your arm is behind your head.